Hey guys, what's up? It's the Black Avenger, Lee Sanders of the RCWR show and Impact Showdown Radio. Wanted to share the breaking news with you all just in case you haven't heard. It was announced on WWE Raw this past week that the five-time, I think you should make it 6 times because if I'm not mistaken, he's won it 6 times. World Heavyweight Champion, can you dig it, sucker? Booker T is going to be inducted into the 2013 WWE Hall of Fame. And, you know, honestly, as a black man, I'm very happy that this move is happening. I think Booker T is deserving of it, although I kind of question the timing of it right now, as I can't help but kind of kick back and say to myself, well, is this really the route that we want to go? Wasn't there other people that are a little bit more deserving that should be going into the WWE Hall of Fame right now? Now, I'm not complaining. I just think that Booker T shouldn't have gone in. I still think it's kind of early. I kind of feel as though maybe he shouldn't have gone in at least for another 2, maybe 3 years. I think it's kind of funny when you think about it that Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, those guys, they still haven't gone in. Booker T, he surpasses those guys. I just find it very funny. And the other thing that I find very funny about this Hall of Fame induction is WWE like trying to make sure that they have a certain quota that's filled as far as ethnics go, because at least if I'm not mistaken, since 2007, and I have to backtrack and look at the Hall of Fame inductee list, but at least since 2007, there's been an ethnic quota that has been filled with regards to making sure a black person is in there all the way up until now. Now, when the Hall of Fame first began, one of the first blacks to go in definitely was the cat Ernie Ladd. And then remember, there was that little bit of a gap there in the early 2000s where we actually didn't get a Hall of Fame for a couple of years. But it just seems like ever since Rocky Johnson was inducted, if I'm not mistaken, back in 2007, seems like there's always been that, okay, well, which black person can we get in next every single year? So I just find it kind of weird that Booker T is just being thrown into the Hall of Fame. Again, I'm happy that he's getting it, but I just feel it's a little bit too early. But when I think about his career, I mean, the man has pretty much done it all. I mean, he has held over at least 35 titles across WCW, WWF/WWE, TNA. I mean, my God, man, the man has just done it all. Did I mention WCW? I mean, let alone in WCW, he won 21 championships, okay? And that's just across the board. It doesn't matter what title it is. Booker T has won multiple times in that promotion, as well as the other promotions I named. I mean, man, the guy brought us great feuds. Who could not forget about the Invasion storyline that had went down where WCW was taking on WWF, and he was leading the alliance there. He feuded with Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, there was like at least 2 to 3 occasions that Booker T and Steve Austin had collided, and they gave us some really great freaking memories. I can still recall the grocery shopping incident where Booker T was in there minding his own business and Steve Austin had got on the PA and he said, "Somebody ordered a can of whoop ass in LA." I mean, that just really takes me back. And then, of course, when he won the King of the Ring and it led to him being King Booker, that was just my best time seeing Booker T. I mean, he was white hot at that period, winning the World Heavyweight title. I mean, just phenomenal stuff. You know, one thing that also kind of jumps out there at me as Booker T is getting this induction, and I definitely want to get you all's thoughts on this. Do you guys remember back in 2003, leading up to WrestleMania 19, Triple H Booker T. They were feuding. It was culminating at Mania 19 for the World Heavyweight title. You guys remember that? If you remember your wrestling, remember those very controversial promos that was being cut by Triple H, who at the time had manager Ric Flair. And that still is fresh in my mind to this day. Because, I mean, as I'm watching Booker T get the announcement, the first thing that I say to myself is, my God, we've come a long way. Because I'm thinking about the promo Triple H cut on him in 2003. Where basically Triple H said, Booker, let me tell you something. People like you don't deserve to be in the ring with people like me. Why don't you do what you and your people are good at? And I don't even want to finish it. Okay, that's just how, you know, it was really, it was borderline. It crossed over that line. It spit on the line. It set the line on fire. It just did all that crazy shit. Okay, we saw Triple H call Booker T nappy headed. Say, why don't you do what you do best? Why don't you do one of those spin-a-roonies? I mean, it was one of the most ridiculous and controversial storylines of his time. I mean, racism just right at its best. And I always think it's so funny that people want to kick back, and nowadays they want to complain about Zeb Coulter. They want to talk about Jack Swagger. Look, the original Zeb Coulter in the early 2000s that really cranked it up was none other than Triple H. And if you haven't seen that footage, I want you to go back and check it out. Just type in Booker T racism, and you'll see the video. It's a nice video that's on here. Give that guy some love, because there's really not too many of those segments with Booker T, Triple H on the website. And I don't even think WWE Fan Nation, WWE's official YouTube channel, I don't even think they have it on their channel. Okay, that's just how hot that this storyline was. And, you know, I can't help but think about that as Booker T is getting inducted. I'm saying to myself, my, how the times have changed. You know, is this really a moment of celebration where we're celebrating the career of one Booker T? Or are we just meeting a quota right here? I mean, let's not forget, there was those periods where he was in some pretty ridiculous, sometimes funny storylines there. Of course, with Goldust, a bunch of other crazy stuff that he used to get into. But, you know, definitely in retrospect, as a black man, I'm definitely proud of Booker T. I'm proud of everything that he's accomplished in the WWE. And when you just hear about his rough upbringings in Houston, Texas, to when he had got in trouble with the law, and he actually did go to jail for a little bit and came out trying to reinvent his life, just turn everything around. It's definitely inspiring, and it definitely speaks large volumes to me as a man, as a black man at that, you know, if you put your mind to it and your heart to it, you really can't go out there and accomplish anything. You know, just because you hit a little road bump along the way, it doesn't mean that you should stop fighting, and it doesn't mean that you have to stop dreaming. And Booker T, hats off to you, brother. You know, I'm definitely proud that you're getting this induction. And hey, if you'd have told me a couple of years back that Booker T was going to be in the 2013 class with Trish Stratus, Mick Foley, Mr. Bob Backlund, Bruno Sammartino, Donald Trump, I would say you gotta be just telling a lie. That's crazy. That's insane. I can't think of that list. But lo and behold, this is the list that we have. So I'm definitely very proud. I definitely want to get your reactions to Booker T getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. If you feel that it's a little bit too soon, that he should be going into the Hall of Fame, definitely share your thoughts. If you feel that he should be going into the Hall of Fame right now, hey, share your thoughts. I want to hear what you guys think about this, and what we'll do, we'll give it enough time. We'll follow up on you all's comments next Tuesday night on the RCWR show with myself and co-host Diamond K. We'll cover the very fallout from WWE Raw, as we're now 19 days away there from WrestleMania. And speaking of WrestleMania, major news, you definitely want to make sure, and this is a special shout out to those of you that might be checking out our channel for the very first time, definitely make sure that you're paying attention to this channel and listen to us over on blogtalkradio.com/the RCWR show. Beginning April 1st, yours truly, Black Avenger Lee Sanders, is going to be covering the final Raw, as it's going to be coming to the Washington, D.C. area. And I am going to be there. I'm going to be covering the event. Trying to see if we can do some type of a post show while we're at the arena. I got to try to see if I can get some credentials in time. But if not, I'll definitely be covering what all is going on out there. We'll have pictures, videos, all that good stuff. It's part of our way of interacting more with you all, the wrestling fans, as we're looking to take the show on the road. And this is just the beginning. As WrestleMania weekend, we will be going to the New York area to cover various wrestling events that's going to be going down. So this is definitely the channel that you want to check out for WrestleMania weekend. So if you're new to our channel, you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button in that upper right hand corner so you never miss out on everything that's to come. We'll share more details in the coming days of what all we're going to end up covering. Alright, that's going to do it. Share those comments below. And hey, if you end up liking this and you like checking out the other content that we have on here, hit that subscribe button. I just uploaded for you guys a remixed, clean audio version of my interview with WWE and former wrestler at that, Gene Snitsky. So I'd like for you guys to go check that out. Show it some love. It was a really great interview. We also got the Bruno Sammartino interview that's up on here. If you haven't checked that out yet, go ahead, give that a listen. Thing about this cool channel that you guys are checking out is that unlike Blog Talk Radio, you guys get remixed episodes. You guys get cleaner, more hyped up audio so that you can enjoy our episodes more. That's something that you're not going to be able to get on Blog Talk. Although if you like to hear us live and interact with us on Blog Talk, you can't do that. But you guys get a lot of exclusives on our YouTube channel. So it's just our way of saying thanks to all our subscribers that continue to support us and check out our content every single week. That's going to do it, guys. I hope y'all have a very good week. Be sure to check me and co-host Diamond K out Tuesday nights at 11 p.m. Eastern on blogtalkradio.com/the RCWR show, as we cover fallout from WWE Raw, latest in wrestling related news. You can also check us out on Thursday nights after Impact Wrestling goes off the air for Impact Showdown Radio. Comes on at 10 p.m. Eastern. Cover the fallout from it and the very latest in TNA wrestling related news, so much more. Alright, be safe and be kind to one another, folks. We will see you next time. Everybody, take care.